All right, fans. Thank you for joining this week. And on Versus Everything, we go against aliens. That's right. The FBI has dumped a bunch of video. Are we alone in the universe or not? We talk it and we leave it up to you. Leave it in the comments. Also, this week we talk sports. We have the we have the NHL playoffs going. We have the NBA playoffs going. We're going to be talking that, and we have our gambling picks for this week. Also, wrestling, Danhausen and Mason Rook. Is this entertaining or just plain bullshit? All of this and a lot more on Versus Everything.
Yes, folks. Yes. Here we are. It's another week of Versus Everything. What a crazy week it has been. I am your host, William Williams, coming to you live from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. And on the other side of the country, clear across, where maybe we are a little different, but not so different, because we're all Canadians, aren't we? It's from Alberta, Canada, the Bish, Aaron the Bish Bishop. Aaron, how you doing? How's everything going this week?
Raise that roof.
Yes.
I'm doing great. Always a pleasure to be here with you. It's my highlight of the week. I can't wait to shoot the shit with my best buddy.
There we go. Now that is very sweet, and I love to hear it. It's a good reminder. It's my favorite time of the week too, and from my understanding, it's a lot of other people's favorite time of the week because we cover so many different things here. We cover so many different topics. Of course, we love the wrestling. Of course, we love what's in the news, but we also love what's in legitimate sports, as they say. And we like it even more when we can put money on it. And Aaron, you got a special affinity when it comes to putting money on sporting games, betting, if you will. So why don't you update us on how it's been going now in this, our third week of playoff craziness?
Well, okay, I was going to get into the gambling, but yeah, let's go into the playoffs. It's
one of the same, isn't it? Are we all? Is all the same?
I guess it's all one of the same because we are gambling against each other. So here we go. This is the NHL playoffs, and so far, the Hurricanes have moved on past the Philadelphia Flyers. So congratulations, Pat. You have won $5 Canadian off me on that series.
Nice.
Yes. Right now, the Sabres and the Canadians are still tied 1-1. That's going to be a hell of a series. Great so far. And then on the other side, you have the Avs against the Wild. So far, Colorado leads that series 2-1. And then I have the Vegas Golden Knights against the Ducks, and they are winning that series 2-1. So very, very close so far. And if anybody's out there watching, please leave in the comments, who do you have moving on into the next round, and who do you have winning the Stanley Cup? And moving on to the NBA playoffs. Mr. Condon, you have won, or will very shortly in 10 minutes win the series with the Knicks against the 76ers. It is currently 128-84 with the Knicks leading that game and the series 3-0. So congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
You win $5 Canadian. And we get the shitty old Knicks moving on. I can't believe it.
I can't either. I mean, at the start of this whole thing, we both talked about how much we hated these guys, and now they are on their way to the finals. It's just really on brand for us.
The conference finals, yeah, right. So they have it, after this, they have one more series to go before they make it to the NBA playoffs. Hopefully, either the Pistons or the Cavaliers, Jesus Christ, can get past the Knicks. Currently, the Pistons are, I can't believe they're number one seed. They are leading that series 2-1. You have...
the Pistons?
You have the Pistons, and I have the Cavaliers. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like Detroit. I like the city.
And on the other side, I am Probably, I'm probably going to win. The Thunder over the Lakers. OKC is
Ooh,
leading 3-0 right now. 3 games to nothing, and they have that game tomorrow. And
wow.
then you have the Spurs. I have no. You have Minnesota. I have the Spurs,
Mm-hmm.
and San Antonio is leading that series 2-1. So
Okay,
anything can
not too bad.
happen. Anything
Yeah.
can happen there. Yeah.
I think you actually gave me the choice between the Lakers and who is it that they're playing against?
Lakers and OKC, the Thunder.
Yeah, and I picked Lakers because I wanted the father and son duo to move on. So really blew it on that one. I guess there is no such thing as a Hollywood ending when it comes to some of these things. Um, so that's fine. I mean, I thought you had said before we went on air that I was doing good, but I think we're pretty much even Steven at this point, aren't
We are
we?
pretty even, Steven. Yeah, yeah, yeah. At first glance, I thought you were, but it looks like we're pretty even. It said, yeah, going into these rounds here, you only owed me $10. So, yeah, it's looking like we're pretty 50-50 right now in the air. We should have bet maybe a little bit more, but that's okay.
Not surprised to hear you say that. And I just got to check in again as weekly. Everything is okay, right? Like at the home front, your wife knows what's going on here. There's no problems.
Yes, yes, it's okay. We spend a little $10 here and there, once a week or so. It's okay. And speaking of which, I had the gambling picks up here for today. Look at these odds for hockey. Everybody, I mean, just licking your lips here. We got Montreal Canadiens or the Buffalo Sabres. I mean, 1.82 odds for Montreal, 2.04 for Buffalo. Take your pick. Montreal's at home. So that's why I'm going to go Montreal. But yeah, at home, take your pick there. Then we have the Golden Knights against the Ducks. Golden Knights 1.97. Give me that all day, every day. Against the Ducks, come on. And then the Avalanche versus the Wild, another close one. But I'm going to take the Avalanche over the Wild with a 1.81 odds on the road. And for a $10 wager, Mr. Condon, we can win a whopping $64.89. And we're
I,
going to keep that gravy train rolling.
okay. Well, all
For
right.
the
Well, I'm
more
glad to hear that.
hardcore people out there, if you want to bet a 25er is going to get you 162. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Just 3 games, easily done. But for the sake of our limits, we are betting $10.
Let's go. Well, I'm
Location
happy.
validation. God, this thing. I can do it on my cell phone. I'll do it on my cell phone. But yeah,
Sure. So, well, I'm happy that you are keeping it within limits because that's the responsible thing to do,
that's right. That's right.
and it's still great to see you get your to get your rush out of the whole thing, get your shakes. Um, well, one thing that gives me the shakes, Aaron, if I could, is the viewer response that we get. We try so hard to get engagement. Most of the time, the things that we're talking about is just for engagement purposes. We push it through the little AI program, and they say, you know what, this and that and the other thing is going to turn heads, going to get people talking. And so I'm happy to say that we do have a little bit going on in the mailbag.
All right. All right. What do we got?
All right, sir. So we got three different
Three.
feedbacks. Yes,
Three.
sir.
Wow.
And of varying degrees of importance. So let's just get right into it, I guess. The first one that we have here is, let's see, this is about last week when I guess we were talking about generational losers in respect to the former name that I had. And this person wants to know, how about teaching generational losers how to succeed? And thank you for that. Thank you for that question. And I did have some time to think that over. And one thing kept on repeating in my mind is a little adage that I have always heard. Maybe you have too, Aaron, and that's those who can't do, teach. And so I am too busy succeeding now as William Williams, and there'll be more to talk about at a later date about how William Williams is just crushing it. And if you are not successful, and if you are trying to outrun a generation, heritage of loserdom, you're on your own. Aaron, do you have anything to add to that?
No, I think you covered it pretty well.
Thank you. Yes, my AI program tried to get me to get in on this, and maybe that this could be a running segment. And I was like, I got better things to do, and I'm just living my life. Thanks for the idea, AI. AI runs this show, folks.
It's actually not a bad idea. But anyway,
Here we go. We got a second one here. Dude, is this the Luke comedy guy, Big Up Newfoundland? Did you see this one, Aaron? Now, this one was directed at you, and I think this person has mistaken you for local comedy stand-up comedian Luke Lawrence. And so let's just get a photo of Luke on here. Now, Luke is, I know Luke personally. I do not see much of a resemblance between you guys. But there he is there. Now, Luke also is big on the internet, and he has this series that we should take a look at sometime, which is him narrating fights that people have recorded in and around St. John's and surrounding area. And
Okay.
we should feature that sometime. It's pretty funny. He gets a lot of clicks. It's a really inspired idea. I wish I came up with it, frankly.
I was just going to say, so this had nothing to do with, this is no inspiration at all from your film, Fucker Fight. This is totally separate.
Yeah, well, maybe
right.
we could get him on here and we could find out. Maybe now that you mention it, now I've
You
just
sue
done
him?
I did a 180 right now. Thank you, Aaron. Yes. Maybe this guy has been ripping me off for all these years, and I should take him to task. Anyways, just to clear that up, Aaron is not Luke Lawrence. It's a completely different guy. They barely look like each other, but Big Up Newfoundland, indeed. So those are two pretty simple ones. Then we got this massive wall of text.
Oh my God.
And my
Woo!
God is right. I mean, it is it is almost as if it was Jim Cornette himself that had written this, and it is based off of your interview with noted rival of Jim Cornette, Vince Russo.
Excellent interview with Vince Russo, my favorite one to date. You can check it on YouTube right now.
Does great numbers. Great numbers. Now, let me see how much of this I can read. So, the guy interviewing Shitstain is as so that is what our buddy Cornette calls him.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't think. Can you read that? I'm so blind.
Yeah, I got this.
Yeah, please do.
This guy interviewing Shitstain is as excitable as a person who rocks Santa. Sure.
Well, let me jump in on that one because that's not bad. I gotta say that's decaf instant coffee. I had to look it up.
I had no idea. Okay. Good bird. When Russo is saying who is not qualified, what he truly means, they were qualified all the way up until I sent my final email to WWE looking for work, and they responded in the negative. People who love this insufferable prick is in the very low vocal minority. His stories never match the timeline when he is telling them, plus the changes his story depending on what is happening in real time. Case in point, the reason he did what he did at Bash at the Beach 2000 was because Jeff Jarrett wanted to keep the title and drop it to a younger talent. Didn't specify any specific younger talent. In fact, when asked, he said I don't know, bro. I really have no idea. Then, when it was discovered Hulk Hogan didn't hold African Americans in the highest regard with his crazy, paranoid, racist outburst, then he changed it to, I wanted to put the title on Booker because people like Booker never got a chance in his business for obvious reasons. Holy fucking shit, this is crazy. This is so much. Do I have to read this whole thing? Holy God.
I think it's only right. I mean, this guy had a mental breakdown while writing it, so he
All
put the
right.
time in. So we should go back. But let's talk about that Bash at the Beach story just quickly for a second.
Sure,
And
sure.
is that your memory of this? Is that he retroactively went back and said it was Booker T? My memory is that it was Booker T long before the Hulk Hogan tapes came out. I mean,
That's
it was
right.
Booker. Was it a Booker T in the main event later on that night?
Yes. Yes. It was all for Booker. Like I don't get it. Hogan was just playing politics and Russo did his thing. I anyway.
All right, moving on.
I digress. Moving on. Moving on. Now Russo is Medgar Evers, Malcolm X, and MLK all roll into one. The Brawl for All story was framed so Vince Russo, who is now not only a civil rights activist, but a big proponent in shutting down bullies like JBL. But before JBL was outed for being a bully, Russo's story was, I told Vince, everyone knows this is a fake, or sorry, knows this is fake, so why don't we ask the guys who aren't getting used if they want to have a shoot fight club? Once the story went out on TMZ about JBL being a bully to Mauro Ranallo, Vince Russo wanted to put Bradshaw in his place. When
Wrong.
Owen,
That's so wrong. Again, the Mauro Ronaldo thing was so much later than what he was saying about JBL being a bully, and everybody knew that JBL was a bully back when the Blue Meanie thing happened, which was when was that, man? That was in like 2023, 2024.
the
When
Blue
you know what I'm
Meanie,
talking about?
the Blue
When
Meanie thing, that was 2005 at One Night Stand.
Yeah, there you
No, that
go.
shit. Yeah,
And so everybody knew that he was a bully then. And so if that is the reason why Russo, and again, my memory, I've watched a lot of Vince Russo shoot ideas. I'm a big fan of Vince Russo. His story has always been to try and get JBL to be humbled by the Brawl for All tournament. So again, this guy, he's 0 for 2 as far as I'm concerned. Aaron, please go on.
when Owen passed, he was never brought into about having anything to do with the show after Over the Edge. Jesus Christ. He told Sean Oliver, bro, that was out of my hands, bro. We were all in a state of shock. Then Dimwit goes on Francine's podcast and tells her, well, I said to Vince, if he doesn't do a show dedicated to Owen, I'm leaving, bro. And Vince McMahon was in such fear of losing Russo, he relented because he couldn't lose Russo and agreed to it. This one, he took the video down a month after, way too. This one, he took the video down a month after way too many people called him on
There you
BS
go.
when
Yeah.
McMahon did the heated interview with Bob Costas. When Vince Russo was, bro, we need to capitalize on this, bro. I kept telling him, but he didn't want to do it, which would be okay. But one thing is, interview was taped, then aired on HBO in spring of 2000, which puts shit stain in WCW. But to hear Russo say he was there in the limo trying to hammer down McMahon to do something with Bob Costas. Guy lives in his own Disney world. When he preempts his stories with, I got to be 100% honest with you. I have to be totally honest with you. I have to be honest. You know a lie is coming.
Right. Okay. Well,
Jesus.
that was a
Fuck.
lot. I mean, this guy. I wish that there was more information about him because he writes like a guy that is an old head in this game, but totally a Jim Cornette. Um, Jim Cornette
Mark.
underling disciple. Um, but and so it's just crazy for somebody. But we're happy again that you did take the time, sir or ma'am, to write it out. But Aaron, just quickly, how do you respond, or how would you say you felt Vince Russo was during this interview? Did you ever get the sense that he was feeding you some bullshit?
No, I really didn't. I felt at the very beginning that he I felt that he feels like a beaten down man where he has to explain himself and nobody believes him no matter what he says. And I felt actually bad for him at the beginning, but no, I think that he believes, or Vince Russo believes, everything that came out of his mouth, regardless if that's actually how they happened or not. I believe that he believes it, so that's good enough for me.
Yeah, and I mean, to his point about these wrestling marks that follow him around and write these short stories about him, it's like these stories are from 20 plus years ago, the timeline for these things and just the people and all the things that are happening. I mean, like to keep track of it all, if he did make some mistake about timelines, it's completely understandable. Like just ask anybody else what they were doing 20 years ago and what their thought process was of something that may have been completely inconsequential at the time. So you got to cut him a break, and I can see why he's frustrated that people are calling him a liar. I've always
Yeah.
found him to be. I mean, he does say bro a lot. You're right, and maybe he does do a little bit of bullshit, but I don't see him as being a bad guy. And I look forward to you interviewing him again sometime, Aaron.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
No transition, but we are going to talk about the hantavirus.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
that's right. It's the new thing. It's the new rage. It's 2020 all over again now. There was a case of, at the time that it was flagged, there was 3 deaths on a cruise ship that was going to Antarctica. Now, Aaron, this one hits a little close home to both of us. I'm not going to get into crazy details about this, but at one point, I wanted to go on a cruise ship to the Antarctic. I wanted to go see the Antarctic. And one of the only ways that a common person like myself or yourself can go is through these cruise ships. And I got to tell you, I mean, the cruise industry does not need another hit like this. Do you think that another virus, because even during COVID, the cruise industry got hurt by a lot of stories there. Are you seeing this as something that the cruise industry is going to be damaged by?
No, no. I'll tell you why.
Please
Uh,
do, yes.
so obviously, I'm a travel agent, and most of what I do is I sell cruises. So we're, you know, on the pulse of this. We keep our eye on everything here. So, what happened and what's going on with this hantavirus? First of all, you can only get it originally by coming into contact with rat shit.
Yes, and
Okay.
hold that thought because we do have a quick little video that I made
Okay.
through AI that just quickly shows how this whole
Aerosolized
thing
dust,
happens.
inhalation while cleaning, deer mouse the carrier, shedding droppings, saliva.
There you go. That's
There
one
you
of the
go.
things that AI says, hey, we could do a claymation for you. Just give us any subject. And I said, I want to see how hantavirus is transmitted. Now, this is also the thing that they think killed Gene Hackman and his wife, who died January 2025.
Really? I did not
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
that. Okay. Okay.
So it's not like it's completely uncommon. It's a very scary sounding virus. But anyways, how would these people on a cruise ship come in contact with mouse droppings?
Patient zeros, a couple, went to go bird watching at a dump landfill
All right,
where
that's not.
they
I
came in
don't recommend
contact.
anybody doing that on vacation, but
No,
okay.
yeah, yeah. There's probably a lot of better places to go bird watching than a fucking dump. So anyway, don't go to the landfills. Don't go walking around touching things in a dump. I mean, come on. So anyway, these people went on the cruise ship, and there you have it. But you can only really get it if you are in very close proximity to someone for a while. So the people who are probably sitting next to them at dinner and stuff like that, or whatever, or had really close face to face conversations for like 10 minutes or so, they're probably the ones who got exposed. You have to be pretty much sadly, you have to be close to someone, you have to be intimately close to someone for a while before you can pick it up. So it's very, very hard to get. It's not airborne. Um, I think everybody's overthinking right now. We know who patient zero is in this case. Anybody who's been affected by it has been instructed to self-isolate, and most people who have been self-isolating are asymptomatic or have a runny nose. So it really just affects weak immune systems in old people. pretty much. So, which happens to be a lot of cruise ships. So just
Yeah.
it's
Yep.
it's fine. But yeah, this is a very rare thing to happen, and I'm pretty sure cruise ships from now on will not be taking anybody near dumps or landfills, and or will probably be telling people don't be fucking stupid.
Yeah. So when you are booking these cruise ships, you know, I mean, in St. John's Harbor, we have cruise ships stopping by all the time, and the dump is nowhere near for the passengers here to be able to go. It just wouldn't be realistic. How many destinations of a cruise would be going and dropping into a harbor where there is a dump within walking distance? Because these people are
Next to
only around for an
none.
hour, right? Yeah.
Next to none. They're probably on some remote island down around there that didn't have a whole lot of area. Like they only had a certain amount of space, and they had to put a dump somewhere. But for one, I don't know why the cruise ship would even go there to visit if that's the case.
No.
It just people have no common sense. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But no, we're good. And this virus has been around for a long, long time. This is not new. You know, it's not COVID that just came out of nowhere. This is not going to overtake the world. Everybody's overreacting. Everybody's fine. It's like a 0.00001% chance of this ever happening to begin with. Just has some common sense. If you have common sense and don't roll around in shit, you'll be fine.
There you go. I mean, wiser words have never been said. I was going to ask you, I didn't know what your take on this was going to be. I was going to ask you if you wanted to place a bet on whether or not we would be talking about this in a week from now, but it sounds like you're pretty sure it's not going to be the case, that this is pretty much done, hey?
No, I'm more concerned about what's going on with the war and the fuel shortages and stuff like that. Because there's a lot of domestic flights in Europe that are being canceled. The ones going across the pond are fine, but there's a lot of those flights over in Europe being canceled right now. It's just being a pain in the ass for everybody. And yeah, and of course, tickets for airline tickets are just going through the roof right now because of what's going on with the fuel shortage. So I'm more concerned about that than I am about the virus.
You know, they say that you have a greater chance of being mauled by a bear than getting the hantavirus.
There you go. So don't go in the woods where there's grizzly bears, and don't roll around in shit, and you'll be fine.
Yes, and you have a slightly higher chance of being attacked by a violent live stream person than you do being attacked by a bear. And,
Seriously.
Oh yeah, and that is the case for our friend Psycho Stu, who was attacked by Rampage Jackson. Rampage was his name?
Yeah, Rampage Jackson. Yeah.
Son Raja, and so awful incident that was live streamed. This live stream culture that's been going on, I've seen in movies. I thought it was exaggerated the way that people would be filming themselves all the time while they're doing crazy stuff, and it's really happening now. There's before we get into Raja, there's a guy that is huge on the internet now called Chud the Builder, and his whole gimmick is going around and calling people the N-word with the hard R. We're not
No.
going to get into it, so don't get nervous. But this is what he got arrested yesterday, and that's literally his gimmick, is going around. And and I don't know how people can sustain that kind of energy, you know? I don't know, I can't remember the last time that I got like really mad. I was probably a child, but like how exhausting it is to just constantly be in conflict like that. And this is what these guys have to do in order to keep their live stream numbers up. And it's not a great way to make a living. It doesn't seem like it's working out well. That's the true dystopian future that I see. But let's take a look here, and I want to preface we're going to take a look at the attack that Raja did. It's been censored and been edited, and so but it's still very crazy to see what happens.
Dude. 21.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
right. That's 21. And what I noticed when I was editing that and doing the sound effects that I was trying to do for comedic effect, it actually just was awful having to sync up the sound with that. It's just like it's three different waves, really. And we're a man that has that kind of energy to beat somebody like that for no real reason should be in jail and rehabilitated, should not be out and around. But they gave this guy now, they gave Raja Jackson a 90 days
90
sentence.
days.
Yeah.
No.
And
No.
2 years probation. And then he has to pay a restitution fee of $81,000. Which is, I'm sure, no big deal for him because daddy's got his back on that.
Mm-hmm.
And it just goes to show that people say that that the justice system is racist, and it might be, but it's more elitist. Like if you got money, you can pretty much do whatever you want, and
Mm-hmm.
you can buy your way out of any serious consequences. And this is what has happened here.
And not only that, but apparently Mr. Beast and a bunch of other people were on a GoFundMe for this guy and raised $225,000.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
Did
good,
you
I
see this?
guess.
Did you see this?
Yes, yeah, I heard about that. Um, that was probably right after the attack, right? When he was in, because he was in. No, the GoFundMe I think is for Psycho Stew, not.
Oh, it was for Stu. Okay, okay, okay. I was okay. I thought that Mr. Beast was like, oh, what's going on here? Like, got to pay this guy's bail for him. Like,
Yeah,
what's going? Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Jeez, Louise. All right.
yeah, no, it was for the guy that took
Well,
that
that's
vicious
good
beating.
then. Thank you, Mr.
Yes.
Beast.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, Mr. Beast, he's notorious for not having a strong or controversial opinion about anything, so he
listen,
would not.
can I take a little side tangent for 2 seconds? Mr. Beast, he was on Survivor this past week. Did you see this? Do you watch Survivor?
No, no. Did he ruin it?
Well, okay, so they went to tribal and they had a Mr. Beast special thing going on where a guy could choose to flip a coin, Rick Devens. So Rick Devens chose to flip a coin, and if it was heads, then the prize pot would go from $1 million to $2 million, and Rick Devens would get an immunity idol. If it went to tails, then Rick Devens would be immediately be off the show, kicked off the show. So he flipped it, and it was heads. He has an idol. It went to $2 million, and it was the Mr. Beast, something stupid. But they had Mr. Beast sit at tribal council while all this stuff was going on,
Yeah.
and it's just like I don't know. The most expensive seat. It probably cost him a pretty penny to be able to sit there, but
Well, there's I guess it's cross promotion because Mr. Beast has his own reality game, Beast Games. That's like Squid Games, and
ah,
they just had a season, and in one of the episodes there was a crossover episode with Survivor. So I'd imagine the deal was he would hit him back on their season.
there you go.
Um,
It was
but
a pretty cool moment, but I mean, just stay out of it. I don't know.
he's not Mr. Beast is not for us.
No.
He's a like I mean he's a teenage boy, young boys kind of thing, which is where the real money is at. We should be appealing to the same audience actually, but um, back to the vicious beating of Raja Jackson.
Yes.
He is still saying that he was confused by the whole incident that he thought that when Stu came up and challenged him that he was being serious. And so that's been his defense. And then Rampage came out. His dad said that maybe he should go to jail for a bit, but not for prison. And so I guess he got that because the 90 days sentence is a county jail thing. And I'll be surprised if he makes it even the 90 days. I mean,
Yeah.
there
Yeah.
is no justice
There is none.
if you are fighting against the rich and the wealthy.
Speaking of the rich and the wealthy, Donald Trump a while ago promised to release a bunch of UFO files, probably to distract from the Epstein files. But finally, we have seen this week all over CNN, ABC, all the major news networks, all these videos from the FBI showing what seems to be UFOs. And the question is now, are we alone in the universe? And there are a lot of senators that have come out saying now that they've seen the footage that they don't see any other explanation and all that stuff. I know Obama's been saying that he would be a good ambassador to the aliens if they were to make first contact. Condon, have you seen any of this, and what's your thoughts?
So the hype for these release files now, and I will grant you, maybe this is a distraction or this is a false flag, but the hype for this started early in the week when word was getting round that U.S. officials were taking evidently only Christian spiritual leaders aside and saying, hey, get your people ready because the files are coming out and it's going to change a lot of things. And so,
Wow.
And concerning unidentified flying object spacecraft, that some of the people who were in the meeting were telling us as pastors, you need to prepare your people and you need to get ready to answer them for what you're about to hear being released. And some of it has to do with crafts that have been discovered that are not allegedly a part of our planet, and the materials they're made of are not a part of our planet. Very strange reptilian-looking creatures, and other things that almost sound like something out of a sci-fi movie or an Orson Welles book.
well,
Wow.
I mean, like if you see a video like that, you hear it going around, you go, oh my gosh, like everything we have thought about is going to change. Everything we thought we knew about the world, it will be answers about maybe some definitive answers about what happens after you die. How did life come to the planet? What have these beings been doing? Have they infiltrated us? Is this the lizard people stuff that we've heard about? And then they released the clips, and I'm just going to play one clip because it's indicative of everything that I've seen. And this is kind of, they did a couple hundred releases of this, and so there you go, right there.
I mean, if you ask me, that's just definitive proof, isn't it?
I think it's disappointing, and it's a big swing and a miss, really, which this government is just really making an ass out of themselves, I got to say, when it comes to these things. They were releasing the files for the JFK assassination. That was nothing. Then they did the MLK. That was nothing. And now they did this. So it's the first batch. I even got our trusty AI to comb the war.org/UFO site, and nothing came back that was interesting at all. So, but it is very much said that this is the first batch, so maybe they are just easing us into it, but this is a swing and a miss as far as I'm concerned. Aaron?
I mean, I think I've seen more proof of life after death on ghost hunters with the light orbs going around and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, this is just the same thing. I mean, it's manufactured light as far as I'm concerned. So far, it does not prove anything. It's complete horseshit. Let me see some autopsies. Let me see some real shit. Come on. Like,
If you
I
think-
don't want to see little orbs of light.
No.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
If you think that this is going to be a false flag or is going to distract anybody from the Epstein files, it's really not putting in enough work on this. We're going to have more media coverage of the hantavirus than this stuff. If this is,
I think so too. And if you really want to go deep the conspiracy theory stuff, if you believe in the New World Order and all that stuff that's going to be happening, there's been whistleblowers from back in like 1990 giving interviews saying that eventually they're going to use aliens as a distraction, and they're going to either try to get us against the aliens and then like have the world come together as one big country to go against this alien fucking shit. I mean, like it's been around there for a long time. Is this the beginnings of that? Is this just Trump saying, "Don't look at this, look over here"? What do you think, folks? Leave it in the
Well,
comments.
I'll tell you, I think if it could get us all back together, more harmonious with our neighbor, then I'd be all for it. But I don't even see a UFO or an alien attack being able to bring us as a species, as a human race, together as one. So it'll be funny if they do try it, because I think it'll fail. I don't think that it'll work.
People are too smart. Like, if I know about this, I'm sure there's a lot smarter people in the world who know what's going
I'm
on.
paranoid. Like they don't trust anything, and it's never been more easy to fake things. So, and I mean, the last batch of the Jeffrey Epstein files that did come out confirmed a lot of crazy stuff, a lot of crazy, like a lot of nightmare stuff that
Yeah.
people suspected, and nothing happened there. So I don't know why anybody believes that this will be any different. I think we've been beaten down, generally speaking, not personally, but I think as a collective consciousness, we have been beaten down so much that there's really not too much that will get us excited for more than a 24-hour news cycle.
Agreed.
But if it does come to be, and we do get beings down, as you mentioned,
Here's the thing.
Barack Obama said
For those
he
of you
wants
who
to be the
still
guy.
think that, we've got little green men underground somewhere.
Yeah?
One of the things you learn as president
Yes.
is government is terrible at keeping secrets. This idea of conspiracy theories, if there were aliens or alien spaceships or anything under the control of the United States government that we knew about, seen, photographs, what have you, I promise you, some guy guarding the installation would have taken a selfie with one of the aliens and sent it to his girlfriend and present.
Do you wish that?
Now, I'll stop there before he gets into offering himself up, but that's happened all the time. There's been whistleblowers that
Yeah.
have been saying this for since the 70s, since the 60s. So,
Yeah.
I find it's interesting that he also tries to classify them as little green men. Like, he's so patronizing and simplistic in how he's describing it. I think he's hiding something personally, Aaron.
Well, if he comes out on Colbert and said, "Yeah, there's aliens," he's going to get assassinated. He's going to get shot.
He already did. He went on some show and said, "Yeah, there's aliens," and then he walked it back.
He walked
This
it
was
back,
before
though.
this. Walked it back
Yeah.
immediately. Yes. And so, but I mean, I don't know why he would need to be so dismissive of it when he has already said, there's no going back. He said it. He did walk it back, but he did say it, and so he knows it. I think he's hiding it from us.
What do you think, folks? Leave in the comments.
Do you wish they were real?
Anyways, here's
I actually do. All right, I'm putting in a plug now.
Okay.
First Contact. I think I would be a good emissary for the planet.
To represent mankind.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a diverse background, some experience in statecraft and diplomacy. I'm friendly.
Okay. Yeah.
So I actually think, I could do a pretty good job.
Well, what do you think, Aaron? I mean, the height of the ignorance. It's one thing for somebody to be called upon by the human race to say, you should be the person that we send out to do the first contact. I got a problem with that. But when it comes to people that should be called upon, I mean, Obama's probably as good as anybody else. What do you think?
Honestly, if you're trying to think of 10 people who could possibly do it, he's got to be on that list. But
Who else you got? Do you got anybody else off the top of your head that you put out there? Not knowing whether or not these people would ever come back is another thing, too.
bet you The Rock would want to do it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I was going to say Bret Hart. We should say Bret up there.
No, it's
He'd come back shit-talking them, bitter.
Oh, my gosh. Speaking of wrestling, though, let's get into that, shall we?
No, I'm not done yet. I want to
Oh,
know.
we're
Who
not
would you
done. Oh.
yeah, don't you dare segue before I'm ready to
Segue.
Segue. I asked you a question. Who would you send up there?
Oh my God. I honestly don't know, man. It would have to be someone
Bill
that
Clinton,
the whole
George
world
W. Bush?
could agree on, not just Americans.
Well, we're not going to be able to agree on anything. Donald Trump, do you think?
No. I mean,
I don't think he'd go.
I think normally the American president should be one considered to go, but not in this case.
I think The Rock is an interesting one.
Maybe they will take Trump and he won't come back. Who knows? But
yeah, I was trying to suggest that maybe we should send somebody up that we don't really
Don't
like
like.
that much.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise. I think The
Ooh.
Rock is a very.
Tom
Did you
Cruise is
hear?
a good one.
Yeah. But I mean, I could see The Rock jumping at that for sure. Did you hear that
Absolutely.
anywhere else? That's
No.
a very good one. I could see him pushing for that too, but it shouldn't be. Who do you think we should send up that wouldn't want to go, that would be reluctant to do it?
I think a good choice would be William Shatner. He's already been in this space. Imagine
Yes.
the knowledge he
that's
has.
another good one too.
90 plus
All right, we
years
could
old.
put this
Yeah.
up. This could be a little poll that we could do. William Shatner, The Rock, Donald Trump, or Obama. I mean, out of that list, it's clearly Obama. There's really no way. Is there any women? Is there a woman that you can see us sending up there?
If she was still alive, Betty White.
Well, she's dead now, unless they can bring them back. Surely there is a woman on. What about what's her name? The autistic lady that shouted at everybody at the UN there. Greta Thunberg. What about her?
No.
Okay. Wow. Why? Because she's autistic.
No, she's Greta Thunberg.
Oh, wow. You're anti Greta Thunberg, eh?
Yeah.
What
yeah,
about Logan Paul? We send somebody up that's like new with the kids. Mr. Beast. It was staring at us
There you go.
the
Mr.
entire
Beast.
time.
Mr. Beast. There
All
you
right,
go.
we'll put up a poll there. I think we'll just say Mr. Beast. I'm not even going to put Obama a part of it because I think by requesting, you're done. Mr. Beast, The Rock, Trump, and Shatner. And we will see if anybody bites at that. That's a good piece of engagement right there.
That's great. That's good.
All right, Aaron, you may now transition.
All right, let's talk some wrestling. So yesterday was the big Backlash pay-per-view. William Williams. Did you see?
You son of a bitch.
I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. I'm sorry. William Williams. Did you happen to see?
You
Backlash
did catch
yesterday?
yourself. No, I mean, I watched the main event. It's funny when it comes to pay-per-views, I'm able to get excited for them in theory because it gives me an excuse to get shit food. So like, I'll be like, oh, I gotta get some bag of potato chips. I gotta get some pizza. I'm gonna make a big night out of it. Maybe I get some Taco Bell too.
Yeah,
and then
Taco Bell.
and then it sucks. Like it always sucks, and wrestling sucks right now. Especially if you're a WWE
so bad,
fan.
yeah.
It's really bad. They had two surprises that they were really over promising on, and one was Danhausen's Mystery in a Box, which was whatever. But then John Cena was literally online saying, "We're gonna change your life with what I'm gonna announce to you. You're gonna fucking die. You're going to get so excited that you're going to die with what I announce." And people were going crazy, Aaron. People were speculating maybe they're going to announce that there's going to be a WrestleMania in
London or the UK.
London, yes, or maybe they're going to do two WrestleManias at the same time. Maybe they're going to bring back Andre the Giant from this alien technology. Like, what is it? What could he possibly be announcing that is so life-changing? And the answer was a invitational tournament.
Right.
Where the person doesn't even necessarily need to win their match to advance. So it's the shittiest tournament of all time.
I don't get it. So you have a tournament where you lose, you move on based on fan voting. I don't get it. Oh my God. AI is definitely right in WWE right now, and it's showing. And it's unbearable to watch.
I guess nobody's doing a second pass because, I mean, AI is doing a lot of the heavy lifting on this show, too. And I got to say, we're doing a lot better, I think. If anybody is following us along on a week-to-week basis, we're being way more innovative and easier to understand than what this John Cena Invitational Open Challenge thing is, because it's just another tournament. It's a TV show, I think, too, is it? That's happening on Saturdays. There's NXT.
Really? I have no idea.
I don't
man.
know. I mean, it would have
I don't
been like, it would have been cool if it was like this is not even as exciting as the Cruiserweight Challenge tournament that they did back in 10 years ago, where they had people from all over the world that weren't even signed with the WWE going and competing with that. Do you remember? Your buddy Brian Kendrick was involved in that too.
Yes,
that was more exciting. That was more Forbidden Door-ish, and this thing is just really boring.
Apparently, this is supposed to be an annual event. This
That's what he
tournament is
wants.
going to be an annual
That's what he
event
wants,
moving
yeah.
on. Fans vote to decide the champion, meaning the winner of the match itself might not be the one who wins the tournament. Like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know. It's too convoluted. It's not easy to understand. It doesn't matter. And there's nothing exciting about it at all. It's the worst idea of all time. Wrestling sucks. But one thing that was good, one thing that happened, a lot of people thought that maybe there was going to be something to this whole Danhausen mystery box thing. And retrospect, of course there wasn't going to be anything. I mean, Danhausen himself came out of a box, there wasn't going to, and he was on SmackDown talking about cloning himself with science. So it doesn't make any sense that there would be anybody else. What did happen was a continuation of what seems to be a new policy now within the WWE, which is we're bringing back the midgets. We're allowing the midgets to come back and be part of this. And they want to be called midgets. And so we are seeing a new era of this, and it's all thanks to Danhausen. Aaron, what's your take on this? I mean, what do you think about the midgets coming back? Do you think that it's a good thing or a bad thing? Here we see artist rendition. WWE is smacking down on people using their property online. So I got some stills. And
that's pretty good.
And, yeah, thank you. I drew it myself. So that's Danhausen at WrestleMania with a slew of mini-Hausens. And then out of the box came the old, what's his name? Mil Mascaras? Is that what his name is?
Oh, El Torito.
Yes. And by all accounts, stole the show, was the hardest worker in the match. Reports say that initially the fans, of course, booed this because I thought it was going to be CM Punk. Other people thought it was going to be Jelly Roll. But this little guy right here, he worked so hard that he got the crowd back on board and loving him. And then they had a spot where he was pushed back into the cloning machine. And wouldn't you know it, there was just a whole slew of mini Danhausens running around. A beautiful thing. Yeah. So, Aaron, what do you think about that? What do you think about the use of little people in wrestling?
I mean, I think it's great. If it's done right. These guys are awesome. The Micromania Tour guys, they are legit, like, awesome. It was a fun night being there during WrestleMania weekend, being the referee. In case anybody hasn't seen any of that, I have a very, very short clip I can show while we're talking about this.
I have a clip ready to go, Aaron.
Oh,
please.
you do? Oh,
yes.
You do?
It's all ready. Look.
You
now,
the man. You the man.
Now, thank you. Yes. Now, but to jump back into it, I mean,
Right.
if you remember at that show, they made 2 points. One was that they want to be called midgets, and they don't want to be called they don't want to be like dwarfs, and they don't want to be called little people or anything like that. So to the point that if I saw these guys and I made the mistake of calling them a dwarf or a little person, I think they'd kick the shit out of me personally.
They would.
They love being who they are. They're proud of themselves, and those guys, those little Danhausens, are from Micromania, right? You knew that.
They are from
Yeah.
Micromania, yeah.
And they're great performers. It was probably the show of the week, right?
Honestly, yeah, it was awesome.
The atmosphere was amazing. It was definitely an R-rated situation, but they loved it, and so that's the first thing. And like these guys, they don't get traditionally little people, midgets. I'm having a hard time transitioning back into calling them midgets, but traditionally these, if you were born like this, one of your career paths, if you had a bit of charisma, was the entertainment industry. If it was wrestling, I remember when I was going to elementary school in Glenwood, Newfoundland in the early 90s, we had midget wrestlers come by in Glenwood and talk to the school and do it. It was like, so it was a real possibility of being in the entertainment industry. And then you get a dork like Peter Dinklage coming around, who himself takes himself way too seriously, is not well regarded within the midget entertainment industry, and Peter himself spoke out against Disney using real life dwarfs in the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs movie, so they ended up using CG for it instead. So people were worried about AI taking out jobs from people in the entertainment industry and the future of actors. You got Peter Dinklage is a way bigger problem. He's out here literally he took 7 jobs away from these guys. So
That's crazy,
yeah, it is. It's crazy. And so he's hated within that community too. They were talking a lot of smack about him as well.
But yeah, I mean, the Danhausen thing, the midgets, I mean, fine. I mean, it is what it is. Should have known better. We were going to be getting something like that instead of like a CM Punk or like something like crazy serious. But I think, you know, honestly, if WWE were to choose to use the Micromania people moving forward in a more serious, like, let them be themselves, I actually think they could get over. I don't think it could be done every single week, but I think if they did it like as an attraction and let them be themselves, I think it'd be a win-win. I think it'd be entertaining. And yeah, those guys deserve a chance to be on TV. They really do.
Now, Aaron, why don't you walk us through a little bit about your experience? I'm going to play.
Yeah.
I'm going to play a clip. There is some talking in this, but we'll get an opportunity for you to tell us what was going on.
Referee shape.
I remember this.
Sorry, that started
Wrestling
way too
fans,
early.
welcome to Las Vegas, and we are here at the world-famous Nerd Bar, where we will be showcasing our first of 8 independent wrestling events through WrestleMania week. Tonight is Micromania Tour, and I will be a special guest referee for a match. I am nervous as all hell. I cannot wait for this. Let's go check out the bar.
So the
Now,
Nerd
Bish,
Bar.
He was nervous for a reason because
The Nerd Bar was great atmosphere.
Before even getting in Las
This is
Vegas,
you
him
working out to be a
and his
ref
wife
here.
Trying to get in
did
shape.
all they could to make sure that Bishop
yoga.
was in referee shape.
Nice. Yes, this is quite good here.
Micromania Tour. Vegas. We got this.
But would it be
Yeah, my
enough?
pants fall down legit.
You would have to wait to
That's
see.
very good. Very good indeed. I like when you're out. I like your remote packages. We got to get more of those out. So so they have a micro square garden there, and just sort of
Meanwhile,
take us through the
Bishop will have
experience.
I mean, it's crazy. They brought me backstage, and I'm talking to the Brian Kendrick, which is just blowing my mind, of course, and Daddy No Legs just going over the match, the finish, and whatnot. We had another guy, another referee who did a match before me. He was probably more nervous than I was. He shit the bed. People did not like him. You could
He was
see
hated.
He was
Yes.
hated. Yeah, he did not know how
He
to
was
react
hated
to
so
the
much
crowd.
that he was hated so much that you were working from disadvantage immediately.
I
You had
was
to get out of that
immediately,
hole, right?
They did not want to see any more guest referees get into that ring.
No.
After
And
this
another
guy.
thing too is that there was a lot of stars there.
There was.
Sabu was in the audience. You saw Gunther, right?
Sabu, Gunther, Zack Sabre Jr. They were
Yeah.
all in the audience for my match, yeah, or for the match I refereed. Yeah. My match, right? The
That's
match.
so good. That's so good. Yeah. And atmosphere, yeah, was great. And these guys are all being
electric.
treated like stars. They all have like their little gimmicks, like in a way that you don't see in wrestling in other ways. You know, none of the other shows there was anybody that had like a full on. Well, there were some, but all these guys had gimmicks. There's like a 50 Cent guy, and do you remember any of the other ones? The guy with no legs. There's a guy that looked like Kane, I think.
Oh my
Here
god!
you go.
So
So,
that beautiful shirt, the beautiful referee
yes.
shirt. Yeah.
I mean, got you over with the crowd immediately.
For
Well,
those who
not
don't know,
immediately, but it's-
Mr. William Williams had to put together this shirt for me with duct tape because we did not have an actual referee shirt. So this man spent quite a few hours putting the duct
Hell
tape
yes.
together. Yeah, it was.
I
great
am an
fun.
artist. Everybody knows this about me. You start bowing to the Brian. So Brian was a cool guy backstage.
Brian was awesome, just humble, awesome. I can't say enough good things about Brian. He was so cool.
And the match that they put together was awesome too. He was fighting a guy that literally didn't have any legs. This is right at the finish here. Actually, I'm going to put the sound up because this has you. I mean, you're a natural. You're a natural. I say that this was almost instrumental in where you have become in about a year. I mean, it was only about a year ago that this happened, and since then, you've been so much more involved in the local wrestling community where you're currently living, right?
It's crazy. Today's May the 10th. May the 4th was my 1-year anniversary of me doing the ring announcing for the first time.
Oh, was it? May 4th,
Yeah.
eh? Cool, wow.
Yes, sir. Here it is, the winner right here.
And look, your instinct to know to bring them around, show them around, and yeah, and so I don't know if it's just during WrestleMania, but these guys were doing 2 shows a day during that week.
Yeah,
Look at you, excited.
Oh,
that was
God.
awesome.
Man, I am such on a high right now, natural high. I never thought I could feel this good. Holy crap, that was awesome. What an experience. Thank you, Micromania Tour, for making my dream come true for at least 10 minutes. I can't believe I got the referee match with the Brian Kendrick. Holy shit. Woo! I can't even think right now.
There you go.
So good. It was so much fun. Yeah.
And so beautiful stuff. And like we were saying, it's you've now gotten so much more involved in local wrestling, and as a ring announcer has been well documented on this program. And I believe, Aaron, you even have a show coming up soon. Is that correct?
We do. This Friday, May the 15th, RCW, the 23rd anniversary tour, Fight for Honor in Innisfail. Doors open at 7 o'clock. Show starts 7:30. You can get your tickets now. The main event is going to be Hayden Avery, the Albertan ass-kicking machine from Innisfail, tagging with old school Steve Wild versus the new school violence of Scotty Ace and Tango Tyler Rose. And we are going to have other appearances by Lion Warrior, Bobby Sharp. He's just a grinder. Of course, we have AEW star Ava Lawless is going to be at our show.
Nice.
And
Wow.
Harlan Abbott. Now, I have a little clip of Harlan Abbott. If you guys have never seen Harlan Abbott in action, you guys don't know what you're missing. This is just a clip of his finisher, This guy is amazing. He owns Top Talent Wrestling in Calgary, another promotion, and he's fought everybody and everyone. He's been in GCW. He's been in AEW. He's recently fought Matt Cardona. This guy is awesome. He's always a show stealer. Not the guy in the top rope, the guy lying down. This is Harlan Abbott. You'll see him. Nice move, though, my buddy. I don't know who that is, but here we go. Here's Harlan's finisher. Just one of the best in the business. I love seeing it every time. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Get up there.
Wow.
Get up there. Boom.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah.
What does he call that? Do you know? It's like a
It's a target
delayed-
driver. It's a target driver. I don't
Yeah.
know if, yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Cool.
This guy, man, I'm telling you, like,
That's gonna be a
he's-
great. That's gonna be a great old match.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be good. I can't wait for the show again. Friday night, Innisfail at the Legion. Come see us. RCW Fight for Honor.
And where can people get tickets, Aaron?
They can get tickets at the Legion, or they can get tickets at Revive Cannabis and Platinum Fitness, or online at realcanadianwrestlingtickets.eventbrite.com.
And there you go. Well, that's it for another week. I'll do a little plug before we go. Of course, hope everybody decides to follow us, decides to subscribe, decides to like, and decides to comment on everything. You can find us here, obviously. If you're watching us on Facebook, you can go and do that, or you can go over to the YouTube, or you can go over to the Instagram. Those are their main things right there. Please also head over to Gen Pop, which is my little project that I'm doing. And of course, while you're over there, you can continue to ride the good waves of the new single, I'm Wildin', It's Too Late for You. And the new shirt, Erica Kirk, Be Wildin'. All that and everything over at Gen Pop. And Aaron, what do you got to say for yourself?
I'm just going to say I'll see you guys in Innisfail on Friday. See everybody else here next week on Versus Everything. Williams, let's finish it off. Take it away.
Thank you, and thank you for getting the name right this time. It's a good feeling. I when people say it to me in public now, I just naturally look over. So it's really sticking. And to you at home, our lovely viewers, those that stick around to the very end, of course you know that I'm going to say, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best. Till next week, everybody.
Cheers.